Hey everybody, it's us. Hi. Bird. Look at this. Your belly's getting so scruffy. Oh wow, super hard, thank you. Straight away. What you doing? Sophie? What? Oh. Hey bird. Oh, more. Another one, thank you. Bird. What are you doing? You can't. Oh, we're spicy this morning. Ooh. What do you think? I think we've got to sort your bird. Bird. Oh, so far so good. I got a bit of a headache today. I woke up with a weird headache today, but we're doing okay. Bird. Oh, pleased to see you too, bird. What are you doing? Oh. Yeah, probably is, yeah. Yeah, we're getting lots of weird noises today. Lots of magpie chat. What are you doing? Hey, bird. Haven't done anything? No, we haven't done anything. It's got to a point now that when I come out to see her first thing in the morning, she jumps out to yell at me, and I look in her nest just to see whether anything's happened overnight. And she gets quite defensive, just like, don't look in there, don't look in there. She immediately runs and sort of stands in the middle of the nest with like a look on her face. Hey, we get quite defensive. Bird. Sophie. What do you think? Well, I'm just checking to see whether, anything's happened that I need to be aware of. Isn't it? Sure there have been any developments overnight? I love it. I love the fact that she has an attitude that she gets. You can see it in her face, just like, what? I don't know why you're looking in there. Sort of look in her face. Like, nothing in here concerns you, unless you're putting food in it. Yeah, anything exceptional or the dad jokes are strong. Right, I know. You see that wing after that one feather. Yeah, she's got a definite notch taken out of that one feather after the fight. Burb. And you got some cat hair on you. Let me get that for you. Well, the weird thing is, there was some more magpie egg fragments. Why is that difficult to say? But they were outside. They were on the floor, like immediately, like down there. Yeah, really weird. I was not expecting that. Do I know much about beak structure? Not a huge amount about beak structure, but I know you've got to stay away from like this bit of it because it's quite sharp. But yeah, she got into a little tussle. She got into one of those sort of like, are we dancing? Are we playing? Are we fighting? Sort of things yesterday. Yesterday? No, the day before with a wild, and and ended up getting pecked on one of her feathers. And it nicked out like a little bit of one of her feathers. It's possible a critter could have done it, but I don't know. It was weird to see. It was weird because it was quite a big fragment. But the good news is, it was a fragment of eggshell that looked like it was an emergence egg rather than one that's been predated on. Normally you can tell by the pattern where the egg's broken. You can tell from the pattern whether they've been predated upon or whether the egg has hatched. And it had all the hallmarks of a hatched egg rather than a predated upon one. What do you think, bird? This is quite comfy, isn't it? I mean, it was unlikely that the bits outside were hers, unless she's laid an egg, pecked it in a really specific manner, and then put it outside, and all of those are pretty unlikely. What do I do? What do for a living? Do you mean? Oh, bless, feral peacock. Peacocks are surprisingly aggro. Actually, there's a park in London where they have quite a lot of parks in London where there are feral peacocks walking around, and they're surprisingly aggro. Actually, I wouldn't want to mess with a peacock. They're a bit derpy, but they are pretty and very vocal. Yeah, no way I'd mess with her. There's no way I'd mess with a peacock. They'll wreck you. I mean, for a living, I fix computers. I do IT support for a company. It's very boring. But, oh. Yeah, sometimes you get that with baby magpies. You get they get a bit stunned and a bit like, huh? I'm just going to sit here, sort of thing. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, and we're falling asleep. We are dozing. Yeah, you get that thing where you get like a weird noise happening just outside your house and you have no idea what it is. What the hell was that? That was weird. But yeah, it does feel like Sophie's having a snooze. Her body language is snoozy. Yeah, I have no idea what that noise was. Super weird. It sounds like it's coming from the front of the house, but... Another weird mystery I spotted just as I was coming in is like Sophie has obviously flipped a bowl, but she's managed to flip it and keep food in. She's thrown that bowl from up here all the way down there, and it still has food in it. I don't understand how that's possible. Yeah, that's pretty great. Because I've said before, I've started to put food in her nest. I've started to put like a little handful of the food that is in a bowl in her nest. So at least if she flips a bowl, put it side up, yeah. So at least if she flips a bowl, she's at least got food in or near her nest. But I think I might stop doing that because there's quite a lot of suet floating. There's quite a lot of suet pellets. Oh, where am I? These things floating around. And yeah, I'm worried they might get stuck to her feathers or something. I don't think she put the food back in. There's too much of it, and it's too little to put the food back in. You know, the bits of food are too small. I think she's just got some... She's got some technology. Oh, sleepy bird. Yeah, she does have... Why am I talking quietly? She does have a new perch. Over here in this sort of like little complex of different perches and things. I noticed that now I've like trimmed back that lilac tree that was here. Well, it still is. It's just less spindly. A lot more light comes into this part of Skirkington Manor. So she was snoozing on this perch here, but it meant like perching quite close to the side into the corner of the mesh and stuff. So I put this perch here in, like this one here, and this one gets a nice bit of sun. So what she does is she starts off about 3:30, 4 o'clock. She starts off on this perch, but because it's quite high, she has to squidge in this bit of it. And then she'll move down to that one, and then she'll move back up to this one. And then after a little while, she moves to this one, which is also new. And like near 5 p.m, like 5:30, this one gets direct sunlight. So yeah, you can see her sort of like working her way around this little, as you say, sunbathing corner. This like little selection of perches. And this is where her mirror is as well, which needs a clean. This is where her mirror is. So she gets to have a little snooze in the sun, a little sunbathe, a little groom, gets to check herself in the mirror. It's all very relaxing, actually. It's all very nice. Meanwhile, over here with Blorpy Bird. Sophie. It's quite a nice day, actually, even though it is raining slightly. It's quite nice. It's just nice to have a day where it's not absolutely baking. And yeah, well, I think part of it with smaller birds is that it makes them feel like they've got something and somebody to scream at and say hello to and that kind of thing. Not mashed potato. Oh, see, now I can only think of mashed potato. Yes, if you give like a budgie and that kind of thing, I don't know how mirror aware small birds are, because there's a story of like here in the UK, our robins, our little garden birds, will fight with their own reflection in mirrors and windows and things, because they don't have mirror recognition. They can't see it as themselves. They just see it as another robin they need to fight. Whereas larger birds like corvids can recognize themselves in mirrors. Magpies famously can recognize themselves in mirrors. So you can give them a mirror and they'll go, oh, that's me, rather than what's that in that shiny thing. And so yeah, I think Sophie gets to have a little look at herself, gets to check her feathers and things. She does spend quite a lot of time in the sun grooming herself. Oh, fed his mirror. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. That's adorable. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the birds fighting their reflections in mirrors. Yeah, definitely. What's that bird? Wrens don't. Oh, okay. What do you think? Oh, did I say the magic? Oh, still sleepy though. Look at the mess of that belly. Look at all the sitting in that nest is just absolutely wrecking your stomach. Oh, bird. If I didn't think I was going to get pecked, I'd fluff that back up for you. I know. Oh yeah, quite often, because what we do is less at the moment, because she's all about the nesting at the moment. But once Nest Fest is over, we'll start cycling new toys back in. We've already got like a little pile of toys. And yeah, so we have like little little shiny things to give her and that kind of thing, and all sorts of like little colourful things. Oh. Maybe it's like a small brush somewhere. You know, we did a few years ago. I screwed a little like a little horsehair. It wasn't horsehair, like a little brush on the side of the wall, thinking that she could like groom herself. Completely disregarded it. Well, it's not true. Actually, she didn't disregard it. She honked herself hoarse for an hour or so at it, and then completely ignored it. So yeah, unfortunately, not the greatest purchase I've ever made. And I have tried offering her some brushy with a toothbrush, with a clean toothbrush, and it was just, you've got two choices. You can take that away, or you can get pecked absolutely stupid. So I took it away. Okay, very good. Oh, having some spiders. Yeah, a couple of spiders there. Very tasty. So sometimes she's going around all of her little stash corners. Like that in there is one of her stash spaces. Can you see, bird? In the bedroom. Hey, there's Chunky. There's Chunky Robin. Oh, I can see Chunky Robin, but I can't get a camera to him. That's Rory and Con. I think that's Con. It's a little bit too high pitched to be Rory. Oh, I see. It's raining, so we've gone inside. I'm just gonna keep my eye open. No, I can see him, but I can't. There's no way I could get a lens on him, unfortunately. Let's just quickly call into the neighbours. There we go. Yeah, definitely. Rory and Con there, having a sit. Well, actually, Rory having a sit, Con having a stand. Ooh, it's actually raining a bit harder now. Oh, bless. You've got some cobweb on your chin, bird. Come on, let me fix your chin. Come here. You've got a big bit of cobweb. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, we're settling down for a bit, aren't we now? Look at those shoulder pads. We've got the back blow up. I haven't got the vent open yet, but we've got massive blow up on. Look at that. Right then, bird, I'm going to make some lunch. Yeah, I'm hungry. I've been ahem, as long as there are no follow-up questions, I've been working all day. I haven't, but... So hey, thanks for coming, gang. It's always lovely to see you. We'll see you again. Get that out of your eyes. There you go. You're very welcome. We'll see you all again tomorrow for another little microbrew. Thanks for coming, all. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. If you've stumbled... Oh, there's a hair. Cat hair. If you stumbled across this on Periscope and you want to follow Sophie on Twitter, the Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree, or you can just Google Sophie the Magpie. So thanks for all, oh God, thanks all, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.